Google is an excellent tool to find wild turkeys in Colorado or anywhere. I found one of my favorite flocks to hunt with Google. You can search wild turkeys Divide, wild turkeys Pueblo, wild turkey Pueblo Reservoir. I know there's turkeys there. You can search just about anything you want. Wild turkeys in a certain canyon, a certain town, campground, etc. And I have found several flocks that way. So good luck using Google. It should help you. This is the Colorado wild turkey map you can find on Google. The green is the Merriam turkey, and the yellow or orange is the Rio Grande. So this map gives you a broad area to search for wild turkeys. So it's an excellent starting point. Most counties in Colorado do hold turkeys. I think there's only 3 in the state that don't have turkeys. Might be wrong on that, but most counties hold turkeys. So no matter where you live in Colorado, you should be able to find wild turkeys, and this map is a good starting point. So we're now searching for wild turkeys in Divide. So this one here is not for Divide. Sightings come in from east and west Loveland. What does that tell you? There's turkeys there, which a lot of us already know that, but you know, this is the basics of scouting online. So if you didn't know there was turkeys west of Loveland, you do now, and this gives you, I'm not going to click on it, but probably the woman who spotted them, so you can actually search her and her address and find where she saw the turkeys. Now let's go ahead and click on it. Turkeys in town. Looks like all hens. Sightings been coming from both the east and west of town. Never seen them in the city limits before. So that tells you they're expanding. So, 10 turkeys at Loveland RV Resort. This is why I love Google. So you have an address where they were spotted. Now you can't hunt turkeys in city limits, of course, but you can see what National Forest, BLM, etc. This is Rio Grandes they're spotting. Areas that you can hunt around where people are seeing the turkeys. So we're back on Google, and it looks like Colorado Parks and Wildlife has lessons you can take. I know they have different classes you can take for turkey hunting. Now, this is a great website. I've belonged to this website for years. Great bunch of guys and gals that turkey hunt, deer, elk, anything you can think of to hunt. These guys do it. You can get all kinds of advice and help. Join our turkey hunting contests. Great website. Hunt Score is an okay website. You can actually subscribe to that and get more access. I'll click on it sometimes and just get the basic info. I don't belong to it, don't really need to. Game and Fish is a good resource online. This is where I got my start turkey hunting. National Wild Turkey Federation, Pikes Peak. So now we've searched Wild Turkey's Pueblo Reservoir. They've got state wildlife areas there. It's also an eBird hotspot. Now, birding sites, most hunters may not think of that, but I've used those for years. Unfortunately, you got to spend hours combing through their reports. People will go out, you know, they're birders, they'll go out looking for birds, they'll video, they'll take pictures, but most importantly, they log the information from their hikes. So you can find exact locations where they have spotted turkeys. That could be miles from their roost, but another tool you can use to locate turkeys. There are birds here, and there are also a lot of hunters here. Pueblo Reservoir Wildlife Area and State Park. Of course, you cannot hunt any of the state park areas. So, I'm not going to tell you where the birds are, but there are birds here. If you look for them, you can find them, but fair warning, they spend an awful lot of time on private property, and there are a lot of hunters. Not a place I would recommend for everybody, but if you know where they are, you have a head start. This is one of my Google collections, different websites I use to find turkey. We're going to go here. So this is the hunting atlas. I'm going to go ahead and add the features for turkey and then come back. So you can see what I've got on the map here. Winter concentration, winter range, overall range. So we'll get rid of that, go to the map. So this map can help you, I think mainly for fall hunting. Gives you their overall range, which is the tan area, their winter concentration, and then their winter range. So another thing I use quite a bit is YouTube. So here I've searched wild turkeys, Woodland Park, Colorado. And I came up with a lot of videos, but some of these are not Woodland Park, Colorado. They're not even Colorado. Now the top two are Woodland Park, Colorado. And all you need to do here when you find these is click on the video. If the turkeys were filmed around this person's home, or appears to be, you can simply run a search on their name, get their address. You can guesstimate, or sometimes the people videoing will tell you if the turkeys were there in the morning or not. So you'll know if they were there early morning, they're close to their roost. Midday, it could be anywhere. But I have found the turkeys in this particular video, the second video. Found that several of their roosts, I think mostly they roost on private property, but I have found some of their roost on public land, so it is possible to find that. So don't forget YouTube. It's fun, but it can also be a great tool to find turkeys in Colorado or anywhere. You can see that they were filmed on this property. This is good turkey habitat. Lots of open areas, several creeks. They won't necessarily be roosted on a creek, although they can be. So now that you have located an area where you think the turkeys may be, and this image is a picture of a possible roost area, good location for them to be in, nice open area, plenty of roost trees facing the south and east with a nice big creek. So now you have to find out what's the easiest way to find them. Easiest and quickest. You want to get in there before light or after dark and start calling. The coyote or owl call works best. You can get on the closest road, especially if it's alongside a canyon. You can call down into the canyon. If there's no road, walk in there. You can walk in this image right along the creek and call. After you find them, you got to figure out which way they're coming down off the roost, and then again when they go back to the roost. So I hope this video's been helpful. It is kind of basic information, but maybe some of the things in it you haven't thought of using and can now be helpful to you. Good luck, everybody.